Alright, Shalom. Before I get started, I'm going to start by saying, Call Halam like Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakadash. Double honors to my apostle elders, a great millstone taught me this truth and that rule well, and peace and salutation to the elect. Alright, this is the brother Amon from the GMS Charlotte Camp, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakadash. And this lesson I'm going to do, pretty much, breakdown of the book of Psalms, chapter 23. Alright, and so I'm going to start at the first verse, and it reads, This is Psalms 23:1. It says, The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. It says, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters, right? Because, the Lord, when He gave us this truth, man, He led us into rest, man, because the still waters that it's speaking about is talking about the truth. All right, because, when when we were in the world, man, we had we had all different types of, philosophies, doctrines, and whatnot, all, being forced upon us, and we didn't know really what was truth. But when we came into the knowledge, man, we got the answers to all the things that that we were searching for, man. That's why the scriptures is referred to, as the living waters, man. And so this truth, pretty much set us free from the lives of the world, man. All right, and just a precept real quick. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32, and it reads, And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And what's it setting us free from? Is from the bondage of the world, man. Because there's so many lies and misinformation that Esau has put out here, to get our people trapped up in, so that we can't, find this word, man, to come back unto Yahweh Shem Shah, man. So for Yahweh Shem Shah, to put this knowledge, wisdom, understanding within us, and allow us to be able to read and understand and break down these scriptures, man. He set us free from the bondage of this world, man. So we're no longer, wrestling, with the ideals of, the wickedness that America has put out, for everybody, man. All right. So I'm reading it again, back in Psalms. This is Psalms 23:2. It says, He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. And just, showing you that, hey, the still waters is talking about, He gave us rest, man. Okay. This is in the blue letters. See, it says, resting place, rest. Resting place, rest, quietness. All right. And that's what the Lord did, man. He disquieted, the internal, battle that we had in our heads, with all the things that, Esau is shoving down us, man. Because you gotta remember, we come into, the American, way of living, man, and we were indoctrinated all throughout school, forced, to celebrate these wicked holidays, took part in these wicked customs that's uplifted here. And so the Lord, He gave us rest through these scriptures, man. Okay. And the proof of that, this is John 14, Matthew 11 and 28. It says, Come unto me, all ye that are labor. Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. And how does the Lord give us rest, man? All right. It says, while us, continuing to grow in these scriptures, man. It says, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and you shall find rest unto your souls, right? And how do you learn of the Lord, man? It's by, reading these scriptures, man, and you learn about the characteristics of the Lord, man. What about what He tolerates and what He does not tolerate, man. What is expected of us as, being Israelites, man. Knowing that you are an Israelite, man. That this whole Bible is for you, man. That's what gives you comfort unto your soul, man. Okay, and then you learn, the proper way of serving the Lord is to keep His law, statutes, and commandments. That's why verse 30 says, "My yoke is easy and my burden is light," man. Because so-called Christianity, They put all these, hardcore, bondages upon you, man. Telling you can't drink, man. That it's you can't have sex before marriage. All these BS, Roman Catholicism ideals, man. Which aren't biblical. And they take that all that it takes that all that off of you, and it gives you the true way of the scriptures, man. And when you figure out, exactly, how you please the Lord, hey, you become, free in your mind, man, in your spirit. All right. And that's that. And you can only, do that by you actually reading these scriptures, man. Because you got all these people that, say they believe in the scripture, go to church every Sunday or whatever, man. But they never open up their Bible and actually read it, man. Because you got these pastors that, they'll teach so-called their congregation, but they never bring out any church, any scriptures, man. Okay. So we learned that, hey, Yahweh Shem Shai, for us to learn about him, we have to actually read these scriptures, man. All right, and you learn the true characteristics of the Lord. That's why, Yahweh Shai is referred to as the Comforter, because he gives us, comfort when we read these scriptures, man. Okay, this is John 14:16. It says, "And I'll pray the Father that he shall give you another Comforter, that he may abide with you forever." Right, and the Comforter is talking about these scriptures, man, because Yahweh Shai, himself is known as the Comforter. But when he after he was translated up into the heavens, to be at the right hand of the heavenly Father, man. His spirit, which is in these scriptures, that's why the Most High had the scriptures translated for the time that we live in now, so we can have these have these scriptures to comfort us, man. Okay. It says, "Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you." And how does he do that? He does that by these scriptures, man. By us, reading these different accounts in the scriptures, man. By us meditating on his word. By us going into the history. This is how we you know, be comforted by the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. And it's not just New Testament, man. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai is spoken all throughout the Old Testament too, man. All right, that's why the Lord says in two instances, man. Okay, he says it in Psalms 40:7, and he says it in Hebrews 10:7. It's the exact same saying. It says, "Then said I, lo, I come in the book." It's like, then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. You know. And then in Hebrews 10:7 it says, "Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me to do thy will, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushua," man. All right, so the whole Bible, man, speaks of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. So you can't just you know say, "Oh, I only believe in the Old Testament," or say, "Oh, I only believe in the New Testament." No, man, you got to eat the whole roll, man. All right, and what you doing that's how you find true comfort, man, because these scriptures are bad, man. Hey, every solution to whatever problem you going through is in these scriptures, man. From the Old Testament to the Apocrypha to the New Testament, man. So that's why, hey, it's important, to remember where your comfort is, man. Your true comfort, because this place, America, man, it doesn't give you true comfort, man. It doesn't give you, the proper things to renew and restore your spirit, man. Okay. So jumping back to Psalms 23, this is Psalms 23. I'm reading 2 again. It says, "He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me to the path." It's like he leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his sake, right? And he restores our soul, man, by, giving us this knowledge and understanding, teaching us the true way to walk in, man, And by him doing that, he's leading us on the path of righteousness, man, because, when we walk in the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shah, man, hey, we're walking in the path of righteousness, man. Matter of fact, get this in the preset real quick. Bear with me real quick. This is Psalms 119 and 105. It says, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." All right. So the Lord uses these scriptures to guide us on the path unto righteousness, man. To make it into the kingdom. This is our light as we walk through this the straight gate, man. You know, and so it says the word is the lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. This is how we make it into the kingdom by following the direction that the scriptures give us, man. These scriptures are like our spiritual GPS, man, telling us where to and how to walk, in this place, America, man. Because as the next scripture tells you, Psalm 24, 23 and 4, it says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me," right? Because the valley of the shadow of death, we're talking about here, America, man. To where your life as an Israelite man, mainly an Israelite man, you know, it hangs in the balance, man. Because at any point in time, hey, we can be put to death, man. Okay, because it's always you always see a police shooting, you know, tell you that Esau, the wicked, he lurketh in the hiding place, man. Hey, this place America was totally set up to oppress the poor, man. Like I told you in Psalms 10, okay. And then you got your own people you gotta look out for because as the curses say, man, you know it says that your brother's gonna have an evil eye towards you, man. You know, so you gotta worry about Jake, your own brother trying to kill you, and then like I said, this place was set up as your death, man. Okay, we gotta eat GMO food, drink poison water, breathe in poison air, man. So everything about this place is straight up death, man. Okay, so it's only through the tender mercies of Yahweh Shemel Shah while we even still alive, to even do these lessons, man. But it says that even with knowing all these things, man, it says that we will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff shall comfort me. Because we know that hey, America is not our rest, man. That's why the Lord said He was going to give us a mental and spiritual rest, but He's actually going to soon come give us that physical rest also, man. But we got to know that this is not our physical rest, man. Okay. This is Micah 2 and 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted." And America is polluted, man, by the philosophies, by the way that things are ran here, are governed here, man. Homosexuals, can have all different types of rights, man, to where pretty much they're becoming to a point where they're beginning to oppress, heterosexuals, man. You got these wicked women that oppress you, that'll destroy you, and then you got the devil that's gonna destroy you. On top of all that, man, So this place is solely polluted, and it says it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. So if you putting all your chips in on America, man, you gonna be surely destroyed, man. Okay, and that's talking about spiritually, mentally, and physically, man. All right. Because hey, this place is no good for an Israelite, man. Because with us having the law, statutes, and commandments, we're not even able to keep everything here. Because hey, Esau has it set up for us to go off on every shape, form, and fashion, man. And you can't even wake up and brush your teeth without going off, man. You got pork in the goddamn toothbrush, man. You got pork in the toothpaste. You got fluoride all throughout the water, man. When you take a shower, hey, it's hell on earth right now, man. So hey, if you thinking that America is your rest, man, and you're gonna be destroyed, man. And if you don't drop dead, hey, the Lord's gonna come back and destroy you when He makes His grand return, man. So either way, you're screwed. Okay. So jumping back, Psalms 23 and 5, it says, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over." Right, and our enemies are trembling right now because that table that is speaking about is this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. All right, the Lord gave us this wisdom back, man. This knowledge back, and this is how we're becoming, coming back in our power, man. Okay, this is proof that the table is talking about this wisdom, man. Okay, this is Proverbs 9 and 1, the points in 2. It says, Wisdom has built her house. She have hewn out her seven pillars. She have killed her beast. She have mingled her wine. She have also furnished her table, right? Because this wisdom is symbolic, to food, man. Okay, jumping down to verse. Matter of fact, I'll keep reading. It says, "She have sent forth her maidens, and she cried upon the highest places of the city. Whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wanteth understanding, she said unto him, Come, eat of my bread, and drink of the wine which I have mingled. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding." Right, and that's how you know that's talking about the wisdom, man, because the Lord likened wisdom unto food and drink, man. Scripture tell you, when your house shall on the scene, he say, "A man shall not live by bread alone," man. Okay, and these scriptures are referred to the living waters, man. So this is how you spiritually, get nourished. It's by the knowledge of the understanding of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Okay, and it says, and thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies, because they seen us eat this honey, man. We're eating a roll, man. And as they seeing us, come back upon our feet as it's rising up, man. Hey, they're afraid because they know, once Yahweh Shem Shah, he redeems us, man. All right, that's it for him, man. And we're gonna take back rightful rulership of the whole planet, like we're supposed to have in the first place, man. Okay, it says, "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." Right, because all these heathen know when we follow after the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah, man, hey, our way is made prosperous, man. All right, that was the covenant that we made with Yahweh Shema Shah, going all the way back to our forefather, Abraham, that was passed down to Isaac, and then passed down to Jacob, and then onto his seed, man. So that right there shows you that, hey, when we do good by the Lord, man, He does good by us, man. That's why we're constantly supposed to meditate and walk in the scriptures, man. You know, I'm gonna end it on this, man. All right. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. It says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." Right. So when we constantly meditating on these scriptures, man, they become a way of life, man, to where we're constantly, every situation that we go into, we think about, hey, what are we supposed to do, in the spirit, man? What do the scriptures say about doing, a situation like this? And when we move, and that's how we move in the spirit, man. And when we continuously, moving in the spirit, that then in turns, guides us on that path of righteousness, so that we're gonna have a prosperous way, and we should have good success. And what's that good success gonna lead ultimately into the kingdom of heaven, man, salvation. All right, and so that's why we got to continue to lean on Yahweh Shem Shai, and continue to grow in this knowledge and understanding, man. 'Cause this is all excuse me. This is our only defense and weapon against this hell that we live in, man. So with that, I pray that was edifying. We're gonna close this out. I'm gonna say, "Call Halayim by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash." Double honors to my apostle elders, a great millstone taught me his truth and that rule well, and peace and salutation.